Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ironside cast. With me, Matt. We have a full for you all here on the Blue Ball Express on the Eastern Front. Let's go for the players. Starting with the Soviet Union. You have Kagabu without a commander. You have Until the Last Soldier without a commander. You have Chaltik without a commander. And Ming peeling straight out the gate with Shock Division for the Soviet Union. Where's the Germans today? You have Sun Tzu as the Waffen-SS. Perkic Storm as the Waffen-SS. Massa as die Wehrmacht. And finally Italic Storm also as the Waffen-SS. No commanders have been picked yet for the German side. So it starts to spread up with our forces to try and get ground. Blue Ball Express seems to be a pretty big 4v4 map where not a lot of cover. Well, there's a lot of light cover, but not a lot of heavy cover in the center. Apart from this area, with the two statues. This could be a very interesting fight. Especially on the Eastern Front in 4v4s, they can get quite intense. So it's meanwhile just spreading out with lots of conscripts here. Try and get as much ground as possible. First shots have already been fired down here by the Sturm Pioneers encountering the Sabres. Sabres are not really going to be able to take that fight easily. They have to pull back very quickly. Soviets keep spreading out with more troops to get ground. Let's story on the map a little bit. There we go. Pioneers trying to hold up the center here for the force of the Wehrmacht. Germans need to get the capture point here back there, because you need to connect the resource points. Looks like it is somewhat of a pseudo recreation of the typical express maps, which we've seen before in Company of Heroes games. Oh, looks like one Waffen-SS has come from mechanisierte. Turkic Storm. Just gonna give him access to a lot of light vehicles early on and a little bit more defensive capabilities. You know, lots of fires just being exchanged here by the forces. So let's bring up more troops here for the north. And get secure a little bit more ground as the Waffen-SS brings up their own troops. But the fighting continues hard here in the center. Mthis is time to arrive here for the Soviet Union. Ooh, Sturm Grenadiers are taking a lot of hits there, and they get shut down. Oh, it's entirely negative cover around here. Ooh, that's not good. That's not an easy spot to take then. Mthis now showing up the front line here. As more Soviets advance, more Mthis arriving. Trying to get behind the sandbags there. So we also have some mechanisierte Grenadiers coming up here, some lighter, cheaper version for available to the Waffen-SS mechanisierte. Grenades being tossed. Lots of big firefights here. But I think the Soviets have started to take losses in these firefights. Germans are generally pretty good at long-range cover fighting when they equip with their Kar-98s. And Germans have managed to get more territory, so they're certainly going to win out in that aspect. Sun Tzu has gone for Sturm. We're trying to get more shots here in the Soviets. The Germans just winning out in these long-range firefights, especially the Sturm Grenadiers. Sturm Grenadiers are really damn good infantry for how early you get them. Oh, Mthis being flanked here by some Grenadiers. Maxim being rolled up there. Into position quick. They probably can use the building there. But they decide to sit up next to the building instead. I guess that's fine. And Maxim rips into the Grenadiers, mowing them down. Volkonsk is right into the front line to show off the numbers. Well, the Sturm Grenadiers are doing a pretty good job down here, but they are very weak now against the Mthis. They're being tossed there. They have to pull back, yeah. You don't know what's using your Sturm Grenadiers. Sturm Grenadiers are pretty damn expensive. MG44 doing his best to suppress the Soviets here. That reload there with another box. Also an MG42 here for the Wehrmacht. And up here, the Waffen-SS of the Panzerjäger Division is now assaulting. So it's doing their best to try and hold. Not gonna be an easy fight for them. Their recon team is suffering some losses. And DF4 being rushed to the front line here. Germans are slowly getting more ground here. It's a very slow moving front line, but it is moving forwards. Turrets are suffering heavy losses here. But the MG34 here manned by some stormtroopers. If you're playing as Sturm, your weapon team tend to be manned by stormtroopers, which is pretty handy. Indy 54, the center is doing a good job just holding as the Wehrmacht digs in with a dirt bunker. Indy 42 is also doing his job here, keeping the Soviets pinned down. Soviets need to reconsider how to get through this. They have brought some mortars up to try and shell the Germans. And mortars will do a good enough job if they can hit. The Soviets need to do something else to get some more ground. Germans control both fuel points at the moment. And looks like the Storm Pioneers managed to demo charge this building over here. Denied to the Soviets in the future. Very cheeky little move. There we go, that's one building gone. Axel sitting up. The third bunker is now really cool with a machine gun. Of course, the bunker is not the best with it, I think, for this area, because if they can hit the bunker just a few more times, they should be able to kill the gunner. Here's machine gun sitting up inside the structure though. And Dushka opening fire in the bunker. It's under a lot of fire here. That's a lot of machine gun bullets coming towards that building. Dushka's actually not being that efficient. Now the Soviets is digging in with bunkers of their own. Very in our command shows here with the Soviets, not yet. So it's being a little bit more reluctant with picking their commanders. And the 24 could be in trouble here. That's a Molotov, yep. Oh, I'm right on him too. It's going to allow them to get a little bit closer. The Germans are digging in with another line here. Pillbox being set up here. And with that, that's going to be real difficult for the Soviets to get through. Concrete pillboxes are not easy to get through. Oh, that's a German grenade. Oh, it was just a smoke grenade. It could have been much worse. Dushka machine gun trying to apply some pressure here. We do see a Soviet tank coming onto the field, a little T-70. We also have some shock troopers that arrived apparently, but they're pulled back. The Soviets continue their pushing for the center until the last soldier's gone for motorized. So we have a little bit more of a mechanized Soviet force here as well. MP-42 ready for action again. They have an open blitz to keep themselves reinforced. MP-4, the armed force is helping hold the line too. Bunker gets cleared out. T-70 gets close here. The Germans have not been equipped with anti-tank equipment yet. Storm Grenadiers have though. And that's the T-70 gone. More conscripts get to the front line here. So we need to apply more pressure. Germans just continue to dig in their front line. And the Soviet, not the Soviets, the Waffen-SS are sitting up their forward headquarters closer to the front. And you manage having them in trucks like that. Another building collapses on the northern flank here. The Soviet shock troopers trying to figure out how to advance. Panzer's gonna be advanced easy here. The machine guns just keep them suppressed. As the Germans keep fortifying and digging in the front line. Germans are no rush. They can take it slow for now and just dig in and wait for their heavier equipment. They just need to not allow the Soviets to get a momentum going. So they still control one munitions point, so at least they're getting something. And the Soviet mortars are trying to do what they can, but it's not really being enough at the moment. Another Soviet forward headquarters being set up here. Quickly by the Savas. And a Maxim recruit. And looks like a Kakapu has gone for tank. So a little bit of a good mix of specific things for the Soviets at the moment. And Charles Tickler has gone for artillery. So shock artillery motorized and tank. Certainly gotta get access to a lot of heavy tier Soviet stuff later on. Heavy commanders calling in a mortar barrage around the Wehrmacht's position. They've gone for Panzerdivision. Here come the Soviet mortar rounds. Not hitting too much. But a big barrage like the Soviets like to do. Quite a bit of a minefield being laid here too by the Germans. They are prepared everything to hold this line. This gun opens fire. We have a recon flare going overhead. Something with paradrop back here. Looks like it's going to be a pack and an MG-34. Germans just continue to try and dig in. Almost got full-on trench warfare starting to happen soon here. We have a Hausturmführer here of the Panzerjägers heading northwards. Try and help. Oh, some Soviet shotgun Indians got infiltrated back here. Probably not the best spot for them. They do take out the mortar briefly. They are far behind enemy lines here. So they could have gotten out of this shed, actually. There are some infiltration potential in this map. Not much of it, though, but there is. What the Soviets are preparing back here. I don't think that engineer's going to make it much further. Yeah, Stumpaniers are right after him. Yeah, they're very keen on hunting him down. And there he goes, just behind the shed. This is going to Soviets are still preparing a lot of forces here. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, we have some specialist penals here for the Soviet Union. You could with an anti-tank rifle. And now I just remain stuck in. Mthis also remains taking in. Not a lot of movement going on the front line yet. More artillery being called in here by the... That's by the Soviet lieutenant or something else. There's some kind of artillery strike going in here. Not really hitting much. Not even a fake barrage. Who knows? Hausturmführer heading up here to help. Preparing for some kind of assault, I'm guessing. Not looking good for the specialist penals. And a big Soviet infantry assault is preparing down here. But they are going to be running straight into a minefield if they keep advancing. But then again, the Germans have also dug in here with a flak gun. They intend on really fortifying this front line. Oh no, they're all bunched up against a flak! Oh, you don't want to. You do not want to do that. As you can see. E-70s are being prepared here by the Soviet Union. Go for some lighter tanks with autocannons. Artillery going in here.
One of our machine guns has been silenced. One of our emplacements is under attack.
Oh, cover gun here for the Grenadiers. They're out in the open. The Soviets are not really getting much headway at the moment. Germans are quite well fortified. Even brought up some observation stocks. Or a observation stock and also a Panzer II command tank. Germans are prepared. Here's the problem of fighting in the minefield. Enemy mortars might set off the mines, especially S-mines. S-mines are quite sensitive. Panzer II command tank advances here to get some autocannon shots in, but it's under fire from Mthis. Tries to pull back. So the lieutenant is trying to get his artillery strike off. He does succeed in that. It's just going to be mortar shells. Not too dangerous. Continue going in on the Soviet positions here again. Pulled in by the command half track. Quite precise. Sitting on ball troops to the front line. Not moving yet. Lots of smoke hitting the German front line up there. The shock troopers are preparing to assault. Oh, we have the naval infantry. Unique battle group call in available to the Soviet shock army. Not often we get to see the naval infantry. Yeah, pretty decent assault infantry, so who knows? Although there's not a lot to help him here. Got the flamethrower trying to retreat, but that squad's not going to make it, I'm pretty sure. Oh, but the other squad will make it. Lots of artillery going in here. Looks like it might be an enabled weapon barrage. Valentine's hanging on the field now for the Soviet Union. Double T-60 down here in the southern flank, but the Germans do have packs ready. Artillery getting called in here by a Soviet Capitan. It's going to be a very big barrage. Soviet officer barrages are pretty big, especially when they're they're from the Capitan. And here they come. Takes out the pack. And that is kind of what the Soviets are waiting for. Now the T-60s are going to spring into action. He needs some infantry to follow up behind them, however. Also covering their approach. The Soviets lead infantry down here. T-60s alone are not going to do much. Especially once the smoke clears and the Panzerfaust are going to hit. There's also a stock down here. Generally, you need infantry support for these kind of things. It's not really helping them either. Panzer arriving here for the Germans as well. Here comes the Panzer IV. Takes out the gun on one T-60. Ooh, re-armor hit, but it's still moving. Trying to get out there quick. They will succeed in getting out. Not a big Soviet assault over here. They're trying to bring more forces in. Valentine gets hit by the stuck. Valentine gets cleared out. Both continues being used in front of the pillbox, very good. But the Germans have a lot of defenders here. And there's just too many German machine guns here able to hold the line. We have an airdrop of fuel coming into the Soviet base. Valentine gets destroyed fully. Artillery strike in the Wehrmacht's position. Also, the Soviets might be paying for a push finally here. Even for the northern flank. Lots of artillery going in there. Again, called in by the Capitan. They're planning to just continuously shell this area. As I said, Soviet artillery strikes are pretty damn intense, but they take a while to come in, and you do get warning shots, so you know they're coming. I think it's called a targeting shot, actually. Range shot or something, to try and figure out where you're actually firing and hitting. That's a Panzer Sherman on the Eastern Front, not something I expected to see. So it's kind of really advanced still. The German front line is still too fortified. The Malonians also being pulled forward to try and help hold the line. Capitan gets another strike off. It's going to be around here. Throwing a building. I'm trying to clear the pillbox, but the pillbox is very hard to clear out. We have a KV-8 coming onto the field for the Soviet Union. Will that be enough, though? So it's still someone on the back foot, I feel.
We may be small, but we're fast. Guard standing by.
I feel the Germans with enough panzer forces just start advancing. Naval Air Force coming in here in the northern flank. Well, northern center flank.
T-34, crude loaded and ready.
Naval infantry also just waiting around. And to figure out what to do from here. Not an airstrike, not an airstrike. Artillery strike coming in from the Germans.
To destroy a structure.
The KV-8 is soon here. And with that, the Germans will need to bring a vehicle up, because I don't think a pack alone is going to stop a KV-8. Oh, Mthis is also hitting their own bunker from that angle. Oh, that attack grounding was probably not a good idea in this case. That's not good. Germans are setting up. T-42 quickly being set up here.
One of our emplacements is under attack.
Yeah, I'm not sure they should be attack ground. That's not really working for them. Artillery strike being ready by the Soviet Capitan. Probably following that artillery strike, he's going to try and push. Smoke rounds going in. OKV is advancing. It's a Panzer again, former the 10th SS. They got a good shot out, shot off. Gonna force the KV-8 back for a bit. Command Panzer II got cleared out. As German artillery hits around the Soviets. Oh, lots of Panzerfaust are hitting the Soviet heavy tank. Just a big Soviet artillery strikes hit the Germans too. Actually, most of the Wehrmacht's forces are dead. That might be a very effective artillery strike right there. Also have a Katyusha on the field now for the Soviet Union. Where's it hitting? Around here? Yep. They want to try and clear out that flak turret if they can. Oh, it hit a half track and clears out the flak, but they can always reman it. So it's just lack the infantry to do a big push afterwards. That's kind of what the Soviets need. Pillbox is still manned. Well, up here the stuck F-8s are pushing back the Soviets bit by bit. More Soviet naval infantry has been called in to hold the line. So let's keep trying to dig in. They need to get that KV-8 repaired. Panzer IV-J tries to advance up here. It's so far succeeding. Using insanity infantry fragmentation. AT green on it, no. Doing a good bit of damage. Clears out the trench. It gets cleared out itself. Oh boy. That flak turret has done a lot of work here for the Germans. Well, that's a Flammhetzer. So the Germans are going to try and flame through the center here. Will the 10FS come up and support, though, is the question. Not a lot to stop it. There's no anti-tank equipment pointing at it.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
Only one SIS. I don't think that will be enough. You do not want to approach a Flammhetzer from the front with infantry. As you can see right there. Oh, SIS got a good shot in. And it gets cleared out. That could have done far much worse, so that's actually pretty lucky for the Soviets. More naval weapon strikes coming in. So the Germans bring out a recon plane or something. Trying to keep an eye on the Soviets. Yep, that's a recon run. The Katyusha coming out here for the Soviet Union. Panzer IV-H now arriving here for the Germans. The Soviets need to get this KV-8 repaired. It's not as howitzer firing at them. There was a howitzer back here after all. Actually, we have 2 howitzers. With the artillery advantage, I think the Germans could win this pretty handily. Penal squads being rushed to the front line now. Help short the front line for the Soviets. Panzer IV is advanced. There's not really much to stop the Panzer IV. And this thing is still just attack grounding. All T-34 is being prepared by the North and Soviet front. But they need something else. They have a lot of resources. They could certainly get a lot more infantry. Panzer IV still holding on. Yeah, they need to move this so it stops attack grounding. This is ready for action again. They just see a target. They have enough munitions for this. Not for both. They need more munitions. Well, the artillery is certainly starting to hit the German front line hard. So much explosions. So to do an attempt down here. That's just too many Germans to hold it. Too much flak, too many machine guns. And now with these German howitzers firing back too, it's going to be even harder. Do a Soviet howitzer being set up too. Will that be enough to turn this around? That's the question. Then there's a long fight ahead of it. KV is holding on the southern flank. There's a stock though, and lots of Panzer Rex. It's not under too much fire here. Its armor's holding up well, but now its engine is burning. So it will be able to back off safely though. And all the German flares just ensure the Germans know what the Soviets are doing. Gives them a very good situational awareness. Don't know about that hit and Mthis though, which got a good shot off in the stock. This going on, the Germans are preparing for an armored assault up here. So it's not really getting much headwind on the northern flank. They are getting a lot of T-34s though. Naval infantry tries to assault here with AT grenades. Doesn't do much to the front of the Jagdpanzer. While T-34 start rolling onto the front line. And all the howitzers are really starting to take a toll. Soviet howitzers in counter barrage mode, good to see. Probably meant to take out the German howitzers and so far doing a good job of it. West being fired back at. T-34's having a long fight here. Northern plane for trying to assault alongside them. One T-34 gets taken out. Stock gets cleared out. The frontal arm of the Jagdpanzer is just too thick though. But lots more naval infantry. We have lots of naval infantry coming onto the field. Not expect to see that many naval infantry. How cheap are they? All in 2 of them. 660? Yeah, 330 apiece. That's not too bad. Gives you access to battle groups infantry we don't really get to see often. Not a recon mine going ahead for the Germans, keeping eyes on the Soviets. Having intel is pretty important. More barrages going into the Soviet front line. Naval warfare by the looks of it. Naval infantry is taking a lot of hits though. Have to pull back a little bit again. I believe they use Lee Enfields because they're not actually meant to use most of their guns. I think the Lee Enfield is a stand-in for another rifle. Because I believe the Soviet naval infantry used another rifle as their basic. I just don't remember which. But the Panzer took a big hit there from the T-34. Jagdpanzer is going to take a shot. Ability lost, that T-34's gone. Tiger tank also being prepared by the Germans. So it's not really getting much headway here. Aviator is ready for action again, but it might be a little bit too late.
More of our troops have been lost. Yes, Comrade.
More T-34-45s are now being prepared on the southern flank. Will it be enough? Aviator is making an assault. It's just standing still. That you don't want to stand still.
A squad of infantry has been killed. Dead before they
Putting a smoke round there. Gets hit by a Jagdpanzer from the sides and gets cleared out by the Jagdpanzer. Naval infantry can only assault it safely with all these Germans. And the Soviet Union surrenders at this point. The Germans hold the front line. A little bit shorter than I expected, but I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one, everyone. Bye-bye.